Now art is made easy with Rhenastone. Rhenastone is the natural stone compound that looks and feels like real marble and granite.
I've been doing sculpture for 30 years and I like the way this stuff feels. It feels like stone, it looks like stone.
Rhenastone is non-toxic and easy to use. Artists and interior designers all love Rhenastone because it's timeless and won't deteriorate.
That's the beauty of it. With this material, it actually it's so precise when you put it into the molding. It picks up and it's you don't have to really go back into it and carve too much into it because it picks up the detail so easily.
Wow.
Rhenastone is a high-end compound that's affordable and easy to use. Order Rhenastone today. www.rhenastone.com.
Now, so if you guys remember, we were just in the studio. We were playing with Rhenastone. It took virtually no time at all to make, and then we finished up with that. We saw that there was no smell, very, very little mess. And now we've come back here. You've spent, what, 10 minutes on it, just kind of playing around with it, and it already looks just about done. What are the finishing touches that you make?
Well, I mean, you can go in with a rasp, so one of my regular old stone carving rasp, and you can, and just like the first time going in here doing this, it feels like stone. And you can see it has resistance to it, durability. You hit it, it sounds like stone.
Yeah, wow.
If I did that with plaster, I'd be digging a hole in it already. But this stuff it's fantastic.
What does plaster sound like? Thud,
thud, thud,
okay.
thud. But I mean, look, just straight out of the mold, you feel it, you look at it. It's got that, I mean, the dust, everything. It pulls up the grain. It's got the matte finish that you would get with rasping and stone carving. It actually feels like stone. It reacts like stone, and it's a cast material. I'm pleased with it. I'll be using this stuff, yeah.
So what do you do to the end of it? Do you put a polish on it?
Well, you can put a sealer on it. I mean, I'm going to antique this a little bit more so that, and go in there a little bit more and rework a few things that I missed in the clay with the stone carving tools. And then I will give it a little bit more of an antique finish and then seal it so that it has that quality of looking like a natural piece of stone that you'd find on the ground. Or these pieces are already finished, and you can see it has that same grain quality of a Carrara marble. It's got the feel, a little bit more of the polish to it.
So
the
perfect.
pieces back there have a little bit more sealant on it that makes it even like buffing up a stone carving with a 400 grit paper or something like that, where it really pulls out the shine. Yeah, but this is, like I said, I've never experienced anything that had this real stone.
And so easy to
perception.
use. What is your overall feeling of Rhenastone?
Look, I started smiling when I was working with it, pulling out. Quite honestly, that's as good as it gets with most sculpting. If you try something for the first time and it puts a big smile on your face, and you go, "Yeah, I like this," it's good. It doesn't break. It's not gonna, it's not gonna chip. I don't have any fear about shipping this stuff out to a client and then getting a phone call later saying, "This broke. What do we do now?" Or "It's scratched. How can I fix this?" With this stuff, with the sealant and everything, I could ship it out, and I don't expect a phone call except to say, "We got the piece. It looks great." And that's it.
So what do you think your next piece will be?
Probably a bust-like figure, about probably closer to this size, or similar to that. And then I'll work it and put a little bit more of the surreal touches with the classical.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You think you can make me for your next piece?
Easy, okay. But I require half deposit. And then
All right, well, so we'll talk about that later. Thank you so much for coming on, Tom. Coming up next, we're going to be talking to an interior designer and see what her take on Rhenastone is, so stay with us.
Now art is made easy with Rhenastone. Rhenastone is the natural stone compound that looks and feels like real marble and granite.
I've been doing sculpture for 30 years, and I like the way this stuff feels. It feels like stone. It looks like stone.
Rhenastone is non-toxic and easy to use. Artists and interior designers all love Rhenastone because it's timeless and won't deteriorate.
That's the beauty of it. With this material, it actually it's so precise when you put it into the molding. It picks up and it's you don't have to really go back into it and carve too much into it because it picks up the detail so easily.
Wow.
Rhenastone is a high-end compound that's affordable and easy to use. Order Rhenastone today. www.rhenastone.com.
so now I'm here with Julissa Contreras, interior decorator. Hello, Julissa.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm excellent, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. So let's talk a little bit about what you can do with Rent-A-Stone from the interior decorator perspective. First and foremost, tell us a little bit about your work as an interior decorator. What kind of stuff do you do?
We like to use things that are already in the house because, as we all know, everything is so costly nowadays.
Right.
So it's just so much easier and it's so much intimate to use the things around the house as opposed to going out and buying something that's already been made. So that's my thing.
Fun.
Absolutely.
So tell us about, what do we have here? This is some stuff from Rent-A-Stone, right?
Yes, it is, yes.
What exactly is this?
Well, this is actually, the carving actually came from a molding that was made. It was carved from wood molding. And it's like a cornice for a fireplace.
Ooh.
Yes, and you can see with the detail, this material, from what I understand, from what we can see, actually gets into the details. Yes.
Ooh, heavy.
It's
oh
very
my
heavy,
goodness.
but the good thing is with this, you can make it actually
that.
hollow. For instance,
Wow.
we have these candle holders here. You can make it hollow if you don't want that heaviness like for the wall.
But it's pretty neat. It's like real stone, you
yeah.
know?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
like the heavy.
And it's not even the heaviness; it's actually the finished product on it. It's amazing. If you look, it's you can actually see the little carvings in it.
Right.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Look at that detail. Yeah.
Exactly.
So tell us more about this detail. You have these leaves, very intricate here.
Yes, that's the beauty of it. With this material, it actually it's so precise when you put it into the molding. It picks up and it's you don't have to really go back into it and carve too much into it because it picks up the detail so easily.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, what else can you use it for? What is this over here that we have?
Well, this is actually granite. This is real
This
granite.
heavy thing down.
Yeah, you have to be
All
careful
right.
with that.
All right, so tell us about that.
This is actually granite. This is just to kind of compare different Rent-A-Stone to actual granite. Here, what they did was they actually carved it Rent-A-Stone, and if you can see the carving in it, it's very, very similar to what we have here. So it's not much of a difference. And, you don't have to worry too much about, oh, it's a finishing product. Do I have to go back and retouch anything? No, not at all.
Wow.
That's a little heavy as well.
Yeah, a little heavy too. Pretty neat. So this is granite.
Right.
And now I understand that you can make full tables out of this, can't you?
Yes,
you can use it like a
absolutely.
marble table.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, just wanted to look, you were talking about the granite, so I just wanted to point out how smooth this bald man's head is
Yes,
over here.
yes,
So
yes.
really, really neat finishing touches here. I mean, doesn't seem like you need very much to do the finishing touches as well with this
not
stuff.
at all. And the good thing about this product as well is the reason why I'm always mentioning kitchens and bathrooms is because even though there's so much moisture, this is so durable under any weather. If you would want to put this
Really?
outside in your patio, you want to give your home that sophisticated look, don't worry about the snow, don't worry about the rain, don't worry about the sun. It's durable. The color won't deteriorate over time like any other products will turn that yellowish look color. No, this would actually sustain for as long as you want it to.
Wow. So say you're fixing up your home, say whether it's the bathroom or the kitchen or living room, wherever, what are some of the things that you could do with Rent-A-Stone with interior decorating?
Oh my goodness. The possibilities are endless. You can actually make picture frames with these.
Whoa.
Yes, which is amazing. I mean, if you want, you love for example, me personally, I love my grandfather, so I have a beautiful picture of him. But sometimes the frames, they tend to break down, the heat or whatnot. Sometimes it doesn't match what you may have in your home. I feel with this material, with the color, I think it's such a traditional look, a traditional finish. It's
Timeless.
exactly.
Right.
It's a timeless type finish. So you can do that. You can do shelves with that as well. You can take a table, let's say for instance this. I would use this if I want to say, you know what? I don't like the rusty look anymore. I want a nice marble finish because I want to drink some tea in the afternoon with my girlfriends or something. You can definitely turn this into a nice marble top table and enjoy it. Like I said, I like to use things around the house. It's more intimate, it's more me. And I feel like you just put a little bit more love into it.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Julissa. And coming up next, we're going to be talking to a sculptor who's also a teacher, and she's actually going to be teaching me how to sculpt, so that should be interesting. Stay tuned for that.